everybody. Jackie Jacola here from Cat Depot in Sarasota, Florida, and welcome to Kindness Matters. Kindness Matters is a show about our relationship with all living things, from the pets in our homes to the birds in the trees to the dolphins and the fish living offshore. Or here I think it's turtle season in Sarasota, so very, very exciting times. But Cat Depot is your resource for cat care, education programs. We have a full-service cat veterinary clinic. We are operating all of these programs remotely now or by appointment so that we can keep everyone safe and healthy to the best of our abilities and still to accommodate the needs of cats and people who love them. So we thank you for your patience. We have 70 cats and kittens in care by our foster parents. So we have a great group of volunteers, fosters, and other volunteers that are helping us run our programs remotely. Our staff is still extremely engaged to make sure that we are here for all of you. And we are here today celebrating our relationship with animals and kindness. So our relationship with animals is something we celebrated all weekend long during our Meowathon. Hopefully you caught some of that, and we'll be reissuing some of our programming. But those stories, those joys, those all are things that make me smile now more than ever. So if you can, take a moment to share photos, share stories of your cats or whatever pets that bring joy into your home, into your life. We love to hear that because we miss all of you. So now that we're experiencing what is our new normal for now, please take a moment and share with us virtually and online. So I'm just checking in basically to see how everybody's doing today. So a few months ago when we were pre-COVID-19 and we were still going to events out in the community, something that I've made it a point to do is meet as many of my nonprofit colleagues as possible. I go with the motto, turn down no invitation if the calendar allows it. So I was at both the Venice Wildlife Center fundraiser and Oasis Opera for Animals Singing is Saving. And at both of those events, I met Greg Parra and some of his parrots. He is from the Sarasota Parrot Conservatory, and he is with us virtually a little bit later on in this Kindness Matters episode to give us a tour of their property, talk a bit about a little of their origin and their programs, their participation in the 2020 Giving Challenge, and introduce us to some of the parrots and some of his friends. So it'll be great to see him again, and I enjoy spending time and meeting him and his parrots virtually. So thank you for joining us today. I did mention the 2020 Giving Challenge. They're put on every other year by the Community Foundation of Sarasota County. And we are lucky enough in this area to have a match being given and challenged by the Patterson Foundation. So during this Giving Challenge, for donations between $25 and $100, your donations will be matched dollar for dollar by the Patterson Foundation. You can go online today and make a pledge. For Cat Depot, you can go to catdepot.org, click on the upper right, and hit the Giving Challenge button. Your donations will be processed during the challenge days, April 28th to 29th from 12 noon to 12 noon. But the critical thing here is a $25 donation becomes a $50 donation. A $100 donation becomes a $200 donation. So where you were helping maybe care or spay neuter for one cat, it's going to double and you'll be able to help two cats. So you can look on our website for more of what those programs you'll be supporting. But anything from our adoptions programs to our foster program, again, we have 70 cats and kittens in foster right now. We are still operating our community food bank once a month for cats and people in need for cat food. We serve about 500 cats every month. So we still need funds to be able to provide them food. We are still operating our Rose Durham Cat Care Clinic. So we have feline-only veterinary care and specialists in feline medicine there for you and for your cats. if we're able to answer questions over the phone, we're accommodating patient visits that way. But we also seeing appointments. So you can make an appointment. Right now, we're operating about 1 day a week. We will move up to 2 days if the need arises, but we're again trying to maintain the distance and keep everyone safe. So thank you for your patience. If you have questions about any of this, Kelly is still manning the phones and she will return your calls. She'll check them every hour. You can give us a call at 941-366-2404, or a lot of the questions you can ask us online at info@catdepot.org. So in this time of need and caring, your kindness to people, your kindness to animals, your kindness to each other can be shown in many different ways. And I know a lot of you may not be able to participate in the Giving Challenge this year. And I know that doesn't mean you don't want to. You're just not able to. You're stressed by this time. And we're all going through COVID-19 in a very different way. For some of us, it's a very mental challenge. For some of it, affected by COVID-19, it is a physical challenge as well. For others, they are furloughed or may have lost their jobs. So we are all in this together. We are all here for each other, and give what you can. If it's a smile or sharing a story or sharing a link, do that. If you can just reach out to someone with a phone call, if you can just talk to one another, sometimes just getting out of your own head is helpful, and just sharing. So we are just trying to spread some kindness from Cat Depot through this show, through our other casts, through our videos. And today we'll be bringing you some parrots. So hopefully you'll find some joy as we meet Greg Parra from the Sarasota Parrot Conservatory.
All right, here we are going to look at some of the birds that are here at Sarasota Parrot Conservatory. This is one of the recent rescues we took in, an African gray named Crackers. And then we have a little sulfur-crested cockatoo here that came to us about a month ago. She's one of our ambassador birds. She's already been out to a couple events. What? Can you say hi? Get your wig up. And then here's another severe macaw. These guys are waiting for aviaries to be built. And then there's one of our blue and golds there. This one was the first bird we ever got. Her name is Bella. So there's some overflow. We just bought this property. We have 5 acres, and we are gearing up to build. We'll take you now. You can see all of our wood for all of the perches. Once everything is built, we'll have the capacity for about 16 birds by the end of the fall. And here's one of our main areas here that house 8 of our macaws. And as you can see, we're doing some construction here. And then we have another 5 acres that we're going to be building around the pond and building in the copse of trees so that we can give them as much of a natural habitat as possible. Now we'll kind of come in and see what these guys are doing. Salvador, can you say hi? Hello. Chico? Huh? What about Katie? And there's Riley up in there. You can see they have nets and they have boings and they have toys. Here's baby. You can say hi, baby. What about you, Polo? Can you say hi? Huh? Can you say hi? So here, as you can see, they have natural light to come in. They can get in the rain on all of these perches if they want. Then we have cover, both shade and clear, so that they have sunlight. And of course, they have all the ground and the natural stuff so that they can certainly kind of forage and do the things they would normally do out in the wild. Now, these 2 are kept separate because they get picked on. Not this one here. Can you say hi? I see you.
So here we go. I Hi, Greg. It's such a pleasure having you here with us today on Kindness Matters and joining us virtually as we explore our relationship with animals and all things around us. Something that's very important to me and a discussion topic for this show is the human-animal connection. And I see you have some friends with you. I'm wondering if you can introduce them and tell me a little bit about your organization, how you became involved. I think maybe you might be the founder, but just kind of give us an introduction to your parrots.
Sure. Well, this blue and gold macaw here is Frankie. And Frankie was one of 3 birds that came to us when the owner was on his moped and was hit by a car in Venice. And I got a call from the animal control folks that said, we have some parrots that need to be rehomed. So the gentleman's sister got a hold of me, and I ended up taking in the 3 birds. And this one here has just bonded to me like no other bird. And he's like a dog. Whenever I'm walking around the property, he's following me. He's walking around like a dog. I have 2 pigs on the property.
Oh my gosh.
And he rides on the back of one of the pigs. And that just happened by, happenstance. One of the pigs was there eating some food, and he reached down, touched him, hopped onto him, and the next thing you know, he's walking around. I think the pig must have thought it felt good on his back, but I've got some video of that. That was kind of cool.
And tell me his name again. I think he's a blue and gold macaw. Yeah, he matches your shirt.
Right. This is Frankie. And then behind me, I don't know, can you see my little sulfur-crested cockatoo?
I can.
And that's Sunny. He's quite a character, or she. And she came to us just a little over a month ago. Somebody had adopted her, but they had 4 dogs, and the bird was really going crazy with the dogs. So we got the call, and of course we took her, and she's quite the, there she goes. She's quite the character. But anyways, I had 1 parrot, and I deployed in 2011 and 12 to Afghanistan. And while I was there, I had thought about having a nonprofit and doing some things. And when I came home, I really couldn't go anywhere for about 6 months. And I ended up adopting a couple more parrots while I was home. And I just saw the therapeutic value of them. Sometimes I actually slept in the aviary. It was kind of a rough period of time. But when I saw that the way I like to explain it is, if you were watching a fire, you kind of get mesmerized by the fire. Well, the parrots, they're just so colorful, and they're so vibrant, and they're so interactive that I just found myself staring at them and just watching them. And they can talk. So, you've seen therapy horses and donkeys and dogs and all of that, but a bird can actually respond like a 5-year-old. So I had the birds ask me if I was afraid, if I loved them, would I give them a kiss, what's the matter, what's wrong. So I really found out they were really interactive, and I got to thinking, once I can heal, I wanted to start a program. So it kind of blossomed from there. We've been a nonprofit since 2013, and we on a regular basis go into senior homes. So we work with Alzheimer's patients, the elderly. They get to have the smiles and the joy of holding the parrots and watching them. We do a number of pediatric cancer events because the kids are just enthralled with these, as are the elderly. And then I was contacted by a therapist, and she had been working with animals for 30 years and knew, based on an article the Herald Tribune had done, that I wanted to start working with vets with PTSD like myself. And that kind of just blossomed, the Freedom to Fly program. And the best way to describe it is the vets come in, they're used to people passing judgment, they're used to being hypervigilant, and they start interacting with the birds, and the next thing you know, they're not thinking about the roadside bombs, they're not thinking about the snipers or suicide bombers or, the mortar attacks and all of that. So they found that coming out with something that was non-judgmental, that could sit there and you can see they're very interactive, and Frankie doesn't talk much, but I have some that talk a lot. And when I say talk a lot, some birds will just repeat. Like I have one, I want to come out, want to come out, want to come out. Even when you take it out, it says, I want to come out. And then I have one that's so brilliant, it says, you already are. And recognizes it. So, so that one is Chico, which is a she. And she was very instrumental in me healing and then going forth. So that's what we do now. We try to work with other animal groups and work with different organizations to show you know, what's going on, because there's like 1,500 abandoned parrots right now just in South Florida. It's a very horrible situation right now. People think they're beautiful. They'll spend thousands to buy them and then find out it's a perpetual 2-year-old that'll just scream and bite if it's not interacted with. So, you know, I've worked with a number of organizations to set up their programs, and then we just started ours. We bought a new 5-acre property, and we're now building so that we can at least house 60 more rescues by this fall.
How many parrots do you currently have? And if I understand it correctly, the way it works is, for some reason, these parrots need you. So you're bringing them into your program, which helps people, but you're working with the parrots behaviorally as well to enrich their lives.
Right. So it's kind of a matching people up with the animals, because the animals love the stimulation. Many people have never been this close to a large macaw like that. So it's very fascinating to watch the interaction and to see the smile on a 92-year-old or a 2-year-old or everyone in between. So that's what we do. We'll get the backstory of the bird, as much information as we can. We'll go ahead and have a vet check to make sure it's not going to bring a disease into the aviaries. Currently we have 16 right now, and I have some on a waiting list, and we're building. So we'll be able to take in a number of them very soon. But we'll get the story, because some of them are a one-person bird. Some of them like to be in a flock. So once we bring them in, we'll quarantine them. We'll leave them on a part of the property till we make sure the testing comes back. They've been vet checked, all that. Then we'll move them closer to the large aviaries where we may have 6 or 8 birds in an aviary. And then we will see how they interact. And then at that point, we'll make a decision. Can they be with another bird, or can they be with the flock, so that they can get that enrichment that they normally would have in the wild? So that's what we do to figure out what's best for the bird.
And the center that you're building, where is it located, and will people come there, or will you continue to operate your programs through outreach?
We're going to do both. We continue the outreach, but we're located just at the end of Fruitville, east of the highway, out in Mayaca. And we will start probably in the summertime, opening for the weekends. We're just building everything up now. We've got a gazebo coming in, because one of the things we're going to offer for families is pigs, parrots, and either prince or princess parties. So they'll be able to come out, interact with the pigs, interact with the parrots, get that kind of magical feel. They'll be able to walk around the pond and see the different animals. And you and I had spoke. We're probably going to, my daughter just sent me a link. There's a donkey out here that somebody's trying to rehome in Mayaca. So, you know, we're going to get a little thing going here just to bring joy, but the outreach programs are really fabulous. But the neat thing is, the veterans love to come out and volunteer, whether they're painting or electrical or carpentry, and then they get to hang out with the birds and kind of get that therapy and get that just away from everybody. They can let their guard down. They can come down and get that feeling. We just had a documentary that was filmed on my work with the vets, just aired on Animal Planet, so we've been getting some good reviews on that.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. I'm going to back up to Princess Party. I have on a little tiara now. I'm wondering if I'm too old for a Princess Party. It sounds fantastic.
Nobody's too old. Everybody's a kid when they come out here.
And I know we have talked before. I would love to talk to you about donkeys. The Jacolas gave a home in California to 4 donkeys, 2 standards, rescued BLM, and then two miniature donkeys that needed a home just due to circumstance as well. So missed them tremendously. Our veterinarian helped rehome them there. So they, our donkeys now have like spa day every Thursday. And so they're very, very spoiled donkeys. And they take some gentling and a lot of trust building, and that's something that people will enjoy working with as well on your program.
We're excited. I had originally figured, why start something new when I could go just help someone? So I was out at Save Our Seabirds for a while, helping build that program with Lee Fox until she ended up leaving. And then I was out at Birds of Paradise, and we had about 350 birds out there. So I helped for a number of years build that facility. But then it just got to the point where, you know, I wanted to just have my own setup and be here and kind of spend the next couple decades.
It's what really has resonated with me is I met you at two other nonprofit organization events, a fundraiser for the Venice Wildlife Center, as well as Oasis Opera for Animals Singing is Saving. So just your collaborative nature and your demeanor, your obvious love of the animals, is really something that's important to me. It's important to Cat Depot, is really maximizing our relationships, creating attention to that important human-animal connection, and really how we're all good for each other, and we can't exist or thrive without that bond and that relationship. So the name of our show is Kindness Matters, and if I ask you, what makes kindness matter, can you just give me a short answer?
Well, I can tell you, we're working with the elderly, the Alzheimer's patients. We go in. It's a kind act to bring in the birds to enrich their lives, and to watch the tears, watch the memories come back, watch the caregivers cry when somebody remembers that they had a bird or a cat or a dog years ago. And it's really, that's the kindness. The same thing that happens with our veterans when the birds interact. It's kind, and here's somebody that's battle hardened that comes in struggling, and the next thing you know, they're just tearing up and they're hugging a darn parrot and kissing it and get the biggest kick out of that.
As I know, COVID-19 has thrown us all into a new realm of preparedness, and how has it affected you all in your operation?
Well, I ended up testing positive 6 weeks ago.
Oh my goodness!
And I was home just in bed for 12 days, and then I couldn't breathe and my heart started going crazy. So they brought me into the ICU for a couple days. And then it put me into what they call full atrial fibrillation. So Friday I go into the OR to get my heart back in rhythm. So unfortunately we're home, and I was trying to get more things built, and I've kind of been behind the curve. However, I have the heart procedure this coming Friday, and I have volunteers coming out over the weekend to start building 4 more aviaries so that we can offer that. And another thing we're going to offer is a lodging, so that you can actually lodge your parrots out here, have 24/7 webcam, which nobody offers, and some unique programs. I was interested because I work with veterans in the court system, and I had a gentleman with 2 cats living in a car. So while I put him through, we called you guys, and you had the Red, White, and Mew program, and you took his cat until he got back on his feet. So, there's you connect with everybody and see all the neat things that nobody really hears about, which is kindness.
Yeah. I mean, you look fantastic. So I wish you all the best, and we wish you all the great thoughts on your procedure Friday. I had no idea that during this time you were also struggling with an illness. So I'm glad to see you up and about and enjoying the parrots and people still.
I have no stamina. I go feed in the morning, and by that time I'm exhausted. It's just maddening that takes your stamina away for so long.
But you will progressively get stronger and stronger.
Right. The doctor says it's going to take about 3 months to get all of your strength back.
Goodness. Well,
yeah.
We are all very lucky in our own ways, and I am glad you are able to be here with us and share that part of your story as well. So, again, there's hope and light in all of this. It just takes a lot of patience, kindness, and perseverance. So clearly, it's paying off. I'd like to just let me ask you if there is anything else you want to add, and then I want to do a bit of a rapid fire, so kind of no-brainer fun question.
Oh, gotcha. No, I just want everybody to know we're one of many. We all work together, all of the parrot sanctuaries, so we're always driving somewhere to get a bird for somebody else, or to transport, or to take them, and it's the collaborative nature of that's working really well. So just would love everybody to know that. And as always, we're looking for volunteers.
Okay. And how many do you have? How many volunteers?
Well, I have 6 now. We really don't need, although on weekends, sometimes I'll get 10 or 12 of the veterans. They'll come help me build. But on a regular basis, I have, about 6 that take their turns. They still want to come out. And, I deployed last year with the military. And so I kept my birds at Big Cat Habitat. So I worked with Kay Rose there, and Clayton and Danielle, And when I came back, we would just entertain the visitors there. So we would have the birds out and they would get on people and all that good stuff. And then I was able to buy this property, and now here we go.
Okay. All right. Let's do our rapid fire. So again, quick, short answers. Don't think about them too much. What's your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby is reading.
Okay. Favorite place in Sarasota?
Marina Jacks.
All right. I like that too. Who's your best friend?
My best friend is my girlfriend here.
All right.
That lives here with me, Laura.
What's the first thing you're going to do when we're kind of out of isolation and quarantine?
Get the birds back out in public to create awareness.
Great. I think that's it. Anything else you want to add?
No, I just, hopefully you'll be able to come out and visit with your husband and kind of give me some guidance so I can get some donkeys out here.
I would love to do that. I know you're actually right around the corner from us, so I can't wait to come out. I wish you all the best with your programs, and we look forward to collaborating through Cat Depot, because we all know it takes a village, and we should all help be the one to make kindness matter. So thank you, Greg.
Well, thank you for having me.
Be the one to make kindness matter. Hello, this is Jackie Achicola, Executive Director of Cat Depot here in Sarasota, and we are participating with your help in the 2020 Giving Challenge put on by the Community Foundation of Sarasota County in conjunction with a gracious match from the Patterson Foundation. Donations between $25 and $100 on April 28th to 29th between 12 noon and 12 noon will be matched by the Patterson Foundation. But you don't have to wait till then. You can make your pledge now. Go online to catdepot.org, click on the Giving Challenge button in the upper right, and make your pledge today. We are so thankful for your support today and always. Over the course of operating, Cat Depot has placed 16,000 cats and kittens into loving homes. We treat thousands of animals each year in our cat care clinic. We feed hundreds of animals each month from our community food bank. And we are operating education programs now virtually until we fully reopen, hopefully soon. So thank you for participating in the 2020 Giving Challenge, and we'll see you real soon.
Be the one.
To make kindness matter.
Be the one.
To make kindness matter.
Be the one.
To make kindness matter.
Be the one to make kindness matter.
Cat Depot saves lives,
finds loving homes,
and provides resources and education
to improve the destiny of homeless cats.
We help people help cats.
We are their second chance.
and sometimes their third.
We are their lifesaver.
We are their hospital.
We are their classroom.
We are their fitness center.
We are their personal shopper.
We are their zen. Or are they ours?
We are their happy.
We are their love.
We are their family.
They need you for food.
They need you for warmth.
They need you for comfort.
They need you for safety.
They need you for fun.
They need you for life. Te necesitan de por vida.
They need you to help them find forever homes.
Cats are good for your health.
Cats teach us job skills
Patience.
and love. And cats make us happy.
Because cats are amazing. We help people help cats.
This evening, we're so lucky to be joined by Pam Foster from the SunCoast Blood Center. And the SunCoast Blood Center is our partner at Cat Depot for the 2020 Giving Challenge. So, Pam, why don't you tell us a little bit about your goals for the Giving Challenge and a little bit about what the SunCoast Blood Centers do and what your greatest need is right now? Because, again, I imagine you are extra challenged, as we all are, but in your own way.
Hi, thanks. Appreciate you having us. Well, I would say our number one challenge right now, of course, is our blood collections. We had to eliminate a lot of our blood drives. Some of our staff is working, limited hours. So we're asking people to, and we're encouraging people to mainly use our blood centers instead of going to the bloodmobiles. We're not having our blood drives out. So right now, that's I would say that's our main concern, getting collections in. Of course, if you've seen anything, out there right now, the COVID-19, convalescent plasma is something that we have been working diligently on. We're having donors that have come in that have contracted COVID-19 and giving us, and then now they're, donating their plasma, and then we're then able to send it on to our hospitals. So that's right now our focus as far as what we're doing right now. The Giving Challenge is, we're excited about that coming up, and we've sent out, I feel like we've got a great case statement for donating to the blood bank. We're anticipating a great couple days. So,
and this is my first Giving Challenge, but again, something that's very important to us at Cat Depot is really celebrating relationships, and where we celebrate the human-animal bond. Our tagline for the Giving Challenge is "Be the one to make kindness matter." Just because it's really all about, giving of oneself and building kindness and trust, and that relationship and that bond is so important. And for you at the SunCoast Blood Center, your tagline is to be the one to save a life. And so we just thought those were a great marriage. And I know we've partnered with you all before, and I'm very excited just about collaborating and what these partnerships mean. And I think that our last adoption event, when we were still all operating kind of in a normal way, you all brought the bloodmobile, and so it just seems to just be such a good fit, just because we're all about saving lives and all about kindness, so making sure we're here for one another. So I thank you for participating with us. For the Giving Challenge, is there any, I'll let you restate, is there anything specifically you'd want to let people know? Where can they find information, or how are you taking pledges, or what are you doing?
Well, we've been, posting on all our, social media, and getting that information out, and just explaining our needs. I know we're, one of the things that I just left this morning, we're, trying to really ramp up our blood drives coming this summer, and not really knowing the restrictions that were going to be in place for us. But I know we've scheduled our blood drive with the Cat Depot in August. It's a 2-day blood drive, correct? And so I know. Oh yeah, I confirmed that with my DGR. So, yeah, I know we did it was a great time when we did it 2 years ago with the Giving Challenge partnership. I will have things, for our donors. I'm sure you'll have things for your donors, to donate, or to bring in to adopt a cat. Yeah, we're excited about that.
Well, we wish you all the best. For people interested in assisting you with the Giving Challenge, or for people interested in donating, is the best way for them to reach you to go to your website?
The best way is to reach us at our website. So on Facebook, if you like us on Facebook, please like us on Facebook, and follow us. There's a lot of information out there that we give about the blood bank, what's actually going on, what about the donation process, also about COVID-19, convalescent plasma, understanding that, that I know there's so many information channels out there. But I feel like we have a really clear message, and to help people understand, what donating, does for our community, donating blood for our community.
And do you feel like our response has been great, or are people just kind of still afraid to come out?
I feel like they've been great. I feel like our donations have been steady, especially with our loyal blood donors. I just found out we've had quite a few new first-time donors, which is always exciting to us. We like to be able to and then continue touching them after the fact. It's I think something was said this morning, people I think are getting anxious to be out in the community, and to just be out from, their homes. And so that's something that we're anticipating, that people want to get out and, be a part of the community again. And
I think one thing that's really struck me in the time that I've lived in Sarasota is really that philanthropic culture and the wanting to give, and the kindness in the community and the coming together in the community. So certainly together we are all strong. So I'm really excited that you are, again, our nonprofit partner, the SunCoast Blood Centers with Cat Depot, for the 2020 Giving Challenge. And you can help us all be the one to make kindness matter and be the one to save a life.
Thank you. That's great.
Have to get that in there, because really anything else you just want to say about the work you do? I think it's kind of obvious. People usually know what blood centers
right,
what they do.
Just speaking, from the heart, not just an employee here, but it brings tears to your eyes when you read some of these things. We just found out something, yesterday, from a doctor that, contacted us because of, the convalescent plasma that he gave, that we shipped, to one of our hospitals. And it was, a complete turnaround. And it was just like, that's what we do that every day. But it's like, when we get that validation back from the doctor.
So it really is, it really is working.
Yes, it really is working,
That's
so
fantastic.
That's so hard, and we just moved to this facility, so it's like and it's so quiet here because we're all, like I said, we're all working different shifts and stuff, but the lab that's here, they're just goal for all this is like for us to see it, and so it's like in marketing, we do it, we send it, but the lab is really what gets the results back and everything, so it's great.
Yeah, that is such a good feeling.
It is a great feeling. It is.
And you guys are really on the groundbreaking terms for this.
We are. I didn't, my CEO, Scott Bush, we are a small blood bank, and we're surrounded by, a big blood bank. And so whatever we're doing is, even though we're so small, it's really making an impact.
Right.
You know, and he's hearing that nationally, you know, for other blood centers and stuff. So that makes us proud.
Fantastic.
So.
Well, I will let you get back to your meeting, and I wish you well, and we'll see
Thank
what we
you.
get. But yeah, tonight around 5:00 is when Kindness Matters airs, and we will just see what happens. But
well, Jackie, it was really nice to meet you.
Thank you. Good luck with the rest of your day, and I
Thank
appreciate you hopping on. And we will see you soon.
Okay.
All right. Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for episode 4 of Kindness Matters. And thank you, Greg Parra from the Sarasota Parrot Conservatory. We'll be coming to you with more programming throughout the week. Reminder that Cat Depot is a 501c3 nonprofit located in Sarasota, Florida. We're doing good for cats and people that love them. We are celebrating all matters of kindness here on this Facebook show, and we are participating with many of our partner nonprofits in the 2020 Giving Challenge. So please check out the information online. Go to catdepot.org. Your donations during this event will be matched dollar for dollar up to $100. So please share the information. Please check out all of the wonderful nonprofits that are in the Sarasota area. We are very collaborative in nature. We are lucky to live in Sarasota, who really the city itself promotes a great culture of philanthropy. I'm excited to be involved in this challenge, and even though these times are extra challenging, please enjoy the celebration, because it really are the nonprofits that help bind the community together through their passions, through their joy, and we are all here to serve one another, and Cat Depot is here to serve cats and the people that love them and people who share and empathize with all animals. So thank you. I wish you all well. We will see you really soon. I am Jackie out Jacola, and I'm signing off from the Jacola home for now. Cheers.